Tracking the tropics right here on Weather Nation. Welcome back. We are looking at a couple systems here, one of which is affecting the Gulf of Mexico as we speak. And so places like Destin, Florida are seeing overcast skies, gusty winds, and we'll start to see some heavy rain later today. And we do have Tropical Storm Brett that is still brewing across the eastern Caribbean, now headed into the southern Caribbean. So around us, Aruba looks nice right now, but conditions are going to deteriorate later today. We'll see increasing clouds. The main concern is going to be some heavy rains and some gustier winds. So we're not talking about any major hurricane here, but this is just a tropical storm that is going to impact the region in terms of those heavy rains and certainly winds about 40 to 45 miles per hour and even gusts close to 50. I'm meteorologist Mary Matthews. We're tracking the tropics through the day today, so we'll certainly continue to bring you the most up-to-date information. Of course, you can always check us out more on weathernationtv.com. Don't forget that. Let's kind of talk about Brett, and we'll talk about the statistics associated with Brett. 45 mile per hour winds. That is the sustained winds. That is hugging the coastline there of South America. Movement is west-northwest at 21 miles per hour. Gusts can be expected close to 60. Now, the track is going to continue to push just across the ABC Islands of Aruba, Bonaire. The heaviest of rain, though, will stay a little farther north, but we'll still see some gustier winds in Aruba later today. Now, you'll notice the National Hurricane Center track, the cone, kind of puts that mainly going south of Jamaica by Wednesday afternoon and into Thursday morning, and then weakening back into a depression. So there is some weakening expected as this continues on that west-northwesterly path. But a tropical storm watch is still in effect for Aruba and into areas around Bonaire where conditions will be favorable for tropical storm winds, as we said before. So we'll certainly keep you posted on that. For now, the big story stateside is this secondary area of low pressure that, we continue to talk about. It's all the buzz right now for a few different reasons. A very interesting system. This is a potential tropical cyclone, as per the National Hurricane Center, 3. So if that gets a name today, it would be Cindy. But the National Hurricane Center is saying, yes, this could further kind of materialize, but it doesn't have all the characteristics of a tropical storm. So it's likely it could just remain subtropical as it pushes a little farther north. The interesting thing about this particular storm, though, has very little to do with the track. It has to do with the fact that this system is very lopsided. And you'll notice there is your circulation and there is all your convection. Not at all unusual by any means, but it just doesn't have that very symmetrical, even as far as pressure is concerned, circulation. So that's going to continue to feed a lot of the moisture from really New Orleans, Louisiana, Biloxi, Mississippi, and especially around Panama City, where we could see close to a foot of rain associated with this system. So I show you the National Hurricane Center track, but you have to be mindful of the fact that conditions can be very bad outside of this cone. This is really just the center of circulation. Okay, so we are talking about really only tropical storm force winds, if that. So it's not going to be a major wind event. It's not going to be about that here. It's certainly going to increase our wave heights just offshore and certainly make for some gusty winds even across Lake Pontchartrain. We'll start to see those winds really increasing by Wednesday morning and into Wednesday afternoon as that circulation pushes on shore. But look at the winds farther towards the east. So that is going to be a component there, but more so than anything, it's going to be the rain. So tropical storm alerts are actually in effect really away from that center of circulation, where the heaviest of rain is expected to fall across Louisiana and back into the Florida panhandle. So let's kind of look at that. So there's your area of circulation. There is all your convection, your heavy rain. It's going to be very kind of slow moving, and that's really going to impact. Look at Panama City, beaches of South Walton, close to a foot of rain beginning this afternoon and really not ending until late week, Thursday and into Friday. And that goes all the way back to Gulfport, Mississippi. So with that much rains, maybe some gustier winds, we could have some downed trees, maybe a few downed power lines, not out of the question. It's not going to be a major impact here, but the big story is the rain zone and where that's going to set up. Now we'll start to see some heavier rain as that area of low pressure finally pushes on shore across Louisiana and into the Texas coastline, and that will affect the mid-Atlantic region. But you'll notice there it's going to be about the rain. So again, that track pushes a little closer to shore the afternoon hours and into overnight tonight. We really get the heavy rain around the peninsula there, around the panhandle later today, and that's really just going to be waves of moisture Wednesday afternoon and heading into Thursday as that track continues, and a lot of rain, heavy rain. So flash flooding is going to be a big concern. I would say the main concern here is flash flooding, and so those flash flood watches are in effect. We're Weather Nation. We got much more coming up, talking about the heat out in Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, it's still hot. We're going to talk about how hot and a cool down coming up.